loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Play action. Stroud now. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 82 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Eagles 14, Giants 7. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Whoa. 59. Go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. That'll be caught by Rice. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he stopped immediately there. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 2nd down and 8.
Cowboy 80.
Stroud working out of the gun. And this throw will be intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the Eagles' 28-yard line.
Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Here's Herbert.
At the 20-yard line.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Gano the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Let's go now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in field goal range. This is caught. It's Brown. Still going. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Come on.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
Oh, and that is incomplete.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and
taking it right down Broadway. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
26 yards. First down, Eagles.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Stroud now on 2nd down. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. That one goes for 24 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Hey, pass. 60 average.
Barkley, inside handoff.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
Stroud. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Has caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get it right to the ground at the 37. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Intended for number 38, incomplete. It's 2nd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A 20-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The way with the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On second down, they'll run it here. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. There, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Cut 19. Cut. Trap 50. Trap 50.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Stroud to throw it. That is caught. It's the tight end Gotti. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
79 Broncos. 18, Pioneers. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Stroud back to throw. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay a 4-point game. And this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Herbert going to throw.
Well, there you go. Send your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Herbert to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended him. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing, Herbert.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the end around, here comes Smith.
And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
And an Eagles first down.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, It's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Philadelphia, their strong start to the year continues as
back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this J.